And welcome back. Today we're going to do something a little different. We are going to make some barbecue sauce. So we're just going to scrub our mitts a bit. And we're going to get right into it. If you like barbecue sauce, making your own sauce is pretty decent. I like to make my own because it tastes better, number one. To get started, you need 2 cups of ketchup. Just get all that in the saucepan. All right. Here I go. I'm going to make myself some dishes again. Way to go, Ron. Good, smart move. You're going to need some apple cider vinegar, about 1/2 cup. Pour that in. About 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. Get that in there. That's some goodness right there. About, say, 1 tablespoon of garlic. About 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. You've got about about 1/4 cup of molasses. Now, you don't have to use molasses if you don't like molasses, but I like molasses. It's good stuff. We'll get all that goodness in there. And then we're going to take 2 cups, or 1/2 cup of brown sugar, packed. Knock that in there. We're going to take just a good squirt of stone ground mustard. And we'll put that in there. And about 1/2 cup of honey. Pour the honey in there. All right. Now, take you some hot sauce. And just a dash, not a lot, just a dash. Take you some smoked paprika, a little bit of that, just a dash. A little Cajun seasoning, and throw a little of that in there. Not a lot, just enough to taste it up good. Kind of give that a little bit of a mix-up, not much, just because here comes the better part of everything. Bourbon. Whatever your favorite bourbon is, whether it's Crown or 40 Creek or any of them, make sure you taste it. It's good bourbon. Yep. About 1/2 cup. Pour that in there. Now that all that goodness is in this pot, we're going to transfer it, because it's going to be good stuff. Once it get you a whisk, and whisk it together. Whisk everything together real good. Because, whoops, slop it over the side if you need to, like I do. Because when you make sauce, that's all that we put in it. That's it. That's it, no more. But if you buy the stuff from the store, you're going to get high fruit corn or whatever that's called, fruit corn syrup, tomato puree, water, tomato paste, vinegar, apple cider vinegar, molasses, modified food starch, salt, contains less than 2%, it says. Natural smoke flavor, which is that liquid smoke, which kind of has a funny taste to it to me. Anyway, that's why I don't use it. Dried dried onions, mustard, flour, spices, paprika, and dried garlic. Natural flavors, potassium sulfate to preserve. Now, I don't know about all that. I don't care for that. What I like is I like to make my own. And you get her all mixed up in here. Always save like your ketchup bottles and things. So you can put your barbecue sauce in there and then just take a Sharpie and mark the date on it. Or put one of those labels that you have for canning. Put one of the labels on it and put the date that you put it on there. Because this will be good for about 2 or 3 weeks. Now, if this is too much barbecue sauce, cut everything in half. Like down to a cup of ketchup and everything, just cut everything in half. I'll put the ingredients and how much to put in it in the description below. I want you to like, share, subscribe. Tell your friends. Pass it on. And tell everybody, subscribe. It's free. What more can you do than sit there and watch me be a dumb nut here doing stuff that probably nobody should do. But I do it anyway. Like I said, everybody laughed at Justin Wilson. If y'all remember him, about the Yong and a Cajun. He was a Cajun. Yeah, he was a good fella. I like to watch him. But with all good things must come to an end, and he did. So just bring this up to a good simmer. And then once it's simmering, then we'll cut it off, let it cool down, take a funnel and pour it into our bottle, label it, put it in the fridge. When you make barbecue chicken, when you put chicken in, we like to do it in the oven. Chicken legs, chicken quarters, and put them on there, let them bake in the oven. And then once they're done, almost done, then put barbecue sauce all over it. Just slather it on there, and then put it back in the oven and let it finish cooking. When it comes out, paint it one more time. Once it's painted again, it's time to eat. Pulled pork. Great on pulled pork. Together, it comes real like a silky kind. It's like silk. But just let it get heated all the way through real good. This way it's better for you. And it lasts about 2-3 weeks, maybe a little longer. But you do have to keep it in the refrigerator. But like I said, good stuff, good stuff. First time I made barbecue sauce, it was with a good friend of mine. He's passed away now, but his name was EJ. Me and EJ would get together and we would cook stuff. We'd smoke barbecue, and we made our own. We got tired of going to the store and paying $6-8 for a barbecue sauce that really didn't taste that good. I mean, it had the barbecue flavor, but it's not really that good. So we started making our own, and from that come this. And you see it's bubbling there pretty good. Give her another mix up. Give her another mix up. But it came out of a necessity, I think, because we didn't like the taste of what we were getting from the store. So, and we had a blast doing it. We had a blast doing it. But anyway, once this is done, we're going to put it in this jug over here. After it cools down, we'll label it and we'll say fini. And then we'll use it on some barbecue. And you know what? You can do barbecued pork chops. You ever tried that? That's fun. Just do your pork chops. Again, you can do them in the oven. You don't have to fry them. You can do them in the oven. And just slather some sauce on top. You can put barbecue sauce on a lot of things. But you got to like barbecue, though. And also, if you take and put a whole chicken and cook a whole chicken and then take and debone it, right? I mean, just take all the meat off the bone, shred it up, and barbecue chicken along with your beef. Some people don't like beef. Barbecue chicken, you can have barbecue chicken. I got a few of my friends that are vegan, and knock it over, dummy. I made cheese one time, and I think I'll do it again. I'll make some vegan cheese if I remember how to do it, because I did it once or twice. Good stuff, good stuff. Because my friend EJ, he was vegan. After he was he realized he was getting a little heavy. That, and he had a motorcycle wreck, and he had been on pain pills and stuff for so long, he figured he'd get off the pain pills and try to live a normal life. So he went vegan, and he said since then the only thing he ever took after that was allergy pills, nothing else. Now that that's done boiling, give her another mix up here, and then we'll let it cool. And while it's cooling, let me know where you're watching from. Let me know where you're watching from. If you're from whatever state. I'm in the state of confusion most of the time. Every now and again, in what they call a stoop state. I just stand there and just gaze off into nothing, and people ask me what I'm looking at. I don't know. I can't know all these things. So, and you got to keep it stirred there because you don't want it to stick. You don't want your barbecue sauce to stick. So once it's done cooking, you just keep giving her a little mix up. It's not going to stick after it's off the stove, but just keep doing that. And then we'll put that in the jar, and we'll label it, put it in the fridge, and you guys can make your own at home. I know you can, because I did it. So I will say this. Until next time, America.